You are watching MMT live from the City of Angels. It's Thursday night. It's time for the box office preview show. Let's go, Tony Basil. Why not? Let's have some fun before we tear a film to shreds here tonight on MMT. You know, I had my concerns about Mickey 17, right? I did. I mean, I called this weeks and weeks, months ago. I told you guys that studios do not release movies that they believe are great films in the first few months of the year. Because if you think your film has a chance at Oscar success, you want to hold that all the way through until award season, because the reality of the situation is no matter what happens with the film you're dealing with, if you are not within that awards window, the chances of success for you are going to be minimal, because people have recency bias, right? They have to have seen something in the past several weeks or days, and then they're like, okay, I feel good about this. Let's vote for it. Go back and look at Anora, just won Best Picture. That film debuted in October here. Yes, at the festivals at Cannes, but truly for the majority of Los Angeles, they got to see this thing in October, November. That's the awards window. So when Warner Brothers slapped this date of March 6th tonight for Mickey 17, I said, we're in trouble. We are 100% in big time. Watch out. This thing's about ready to go south. And tonight, my greatest fears have been realized. Tonight, I'm here to tell you that Mickey 17 is Bong's Megalopolis. That is how terrible this film is. Okay? The reasons are upcoming. Thanks for being here as always. Live, the MMT evaluation begins now. I'm going to start with what I like about this film, and it's only one thing. It is Robert Pattinson. When this guy commits, and he always does, he's interesting to watch. Here, Bat-shitty, right? Bat-shitty Batman. And it's fun for a short while. Like, I'm talking 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, this might surprise me. Maybe I was wrong about Mickey 17. And then, oh my God, it hits you that you are about to witness a disaster, okay? And primarily the reason this film falls apart is that goofy, farcical tone that it tries to have you laughing and tries to say something. Go back to an Okja. I think that film does a much better job. This film wears on you within moments of you realizing exactly what it's going to do to you for over 2 hours. Here is a scene from Mickey 17, and this will tell you all you need to know about the film. Here comes Mark Ruffalo and Toni Collette. These performances are some of the worst you will see in any film in cinematic history. Here comes a scene from the dreadful Mickey 17. I feel like Ruffalo thought that he was in an Austin Powers movie. That's how terrible he is in this. I mean, this is 2 straight Razzie-level performances from Mark Ruffalo. I mean, you almost forget the guy that was in Collateral and Foxcatcher and so many really strong films, and then you remember that he has limits, right? Poor Things, and now this in Mickey 17, where he tries to do this cartoonish, dictatorish, Trumpish guy, and man, it doesn't work. Toni Collette, I didn't think she was great in Juror number 2, but here, even worse. This is a 1-2 Razzie punch from two actors that we really consider to be great. And then you are under the umbrella of a director in Bong that we are led to believe is truly one of the best, coming off of 4 Oscar wins for Parasite. This is obviously not a Parasite, okay? Much more in line with an Okja, but again, the worst version of that possible. Now, I mentioned this is his Megalopolis, and I think that's fair. The difference is Bong at least knows how to make a film that looks decent, right? Megalopolis has nothing going for it. Not a single element of that film pops. This film, at least you're getting a director who understands how to do production design, how to shoot a film, how to edit a film, and really that's where it stops because the screenplay here adapted from a book. I don't know what they were thinking, even greenlighting this at $118 million. This is a punishing runtime, too. I mentioned over 2 hours. The guy next to me got up and left about 30 minutes in and never came back. And I don't blame him. If I paid for this movie versus A-List, I would be back at the stand saying, I want a refund. I don't even want to see the end of this. The reason I sat through it is so I could give you an actual review without saying I got up and left. But trust me, I really wanted to hightail it out of the AMC IMAX tonight at Burbank. We all lose here. Let me explain why we all lose. When a studio, Warner Brothers here, gives $118 million to Bong Joon-Ho to make Mickey 17, there is a responsibility to deliver a film that is going to be at least semi-accessible, semi-decent for God's sake, and he doesn't accomplish either of those things with a film that's going to lose Warner Brothers hundreds of millions of dollars. Why do we lose? Not just me and the time spent at the theater here tonight, but we lose because a studio will be reticent to give money to a director in the future because they're just going to say, Mickey 17. Go back to Babylon. Babylon. Bo is afraid. Bo is afraid. They're all cut from the same cloth. These are films that should have never been made, but were given to the golden director because they were coming off of a film or films that said they are worthy of this budget. Let them operate in whatever sandbox they want. Well, it came back to bite Warner's in the ass. And now, when a director comes to Warner Brothers with something that might be a little bit challenging, they're going to say, forget it. We were burned by Mickey 17. We were burned by Bong. I don't even know who you are. We're not making this movie. That's why you have a massive responsibility when you make these movies. And Bong, you failed. Man, this is a straight up fail. This is a 2%. This is a hard F. This is a walk out of the movie situation. That's as bad as it gets here on MMT. And I was 100% right. I said the scheduling on this was bad. And I also told you they weren't going to have fan screenings. That's a sign even Warner Brothers knew. How could they not? This film is trash. Here's the fix. You don't greenlight it. You cannot make this movie based on the script that I just suffered through. Here's what Warner Brothers was thinking, right? They're thinking, we've got Pattinson. He's already in the Batman suit, so we're good. Let's have him in a Bong film, and maybe we'll get an awards film, and we can win some Oscars. Instead, you've got a Razzie project, multiple, and this will go down as one of the worst films of 2024. It is nearly as awful as Megalopolis. It's very similar, and I wanted to flee the theater. Truly an awful night tonight here for me. Comments, and then we'll get into the seat check, and we're going to roast a whole bunch of critics here tonight. This is the kind of film that destroys whatever you had when it came to your legacy and trustworthiness. It's gone. It's eradicated when you say this is good, God forbid, great, it is over. It's not a great film. No shades of gray here. This is truly awful. This has been a terrible year. You're asking me, is it worse than The Monkey, Mount Fillmore? Listen, these are two terrible films for different reasons, but screenplay, right? They share the same thing in common on that regard. Two terrible screenplays. If you don't have the screenplay in place, you better not make the movie. Okay, it better be an A-plus screenplay. Hell, at this point, I even say A- with some of the shit I'm watching. But yeah, this is really a terrible start to the year, and it's very similar to 2024. Listen, Hollywood's in trouble. Okay, let's just call spades spades. Hollywood's in big trouble because what we have had happen over the past several years is this instant green light of a director's next film based on past legacy. Your job when you greenlight a film, when I evaluate a film, is not to look at the past work, other than are they an accomplished director? Okay, fine. That's work. You can do that. But you still have to forget that and look at the script. Is this something that's going to work for $118 million? Someone at Warner Brothers has to lose their job over this. Without question. Multiple people. They're out. I mean, they're out tomorrow. I mean, if I would have been invited to the... By the way, Warner Brothers never going to invite me to the critic screening because I would have trashed this film back on Tuesday. So, that's exact. But who cares? 2 nights later, I'm going to do the exact same thing. The beauty of not having to worry about whether Warner Brothers invites me to the next screening is that I'll just trash it on Thursday and I don't have to worry about getting the next invite. I don't care. If I was at that screening with the critics, I would have walked out because at least at AMC IMAX tonight, I could sit in the corner and be on my phone. I'm not even kidding you. This film doesn't deserve your attention. This makes me pissed off. And we're coming off of Anora winning Best Picture. There's a point where I'm going to be done. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I know I've said this before. I'm not kidding. If I'm going to spend 2 hours of my time, even if I'm sitting around doing nothing, to watch something like Mickey 17 or Anora, I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'll go back to the gym and do twice a day. I'm not going to the movies. I cannot believe we have people in this town who call themselves executives, who call themselves creatives, who have jobs after Mickey 17. Thank you, Harrison. I figured we'd update it, right? We've been doing the same thing for so long. The show will always be the show. I mean, I added a whole bunch of shit here. But yes, the icon is different now, which why not, right? Let's roast some critics. You guys want to do that? Here we go, everybody. Let's roast critics. Here we are. Let's see who recommended Mickey 17. Oh, good God. Then we'll do the sales. I want to roast critics first. The sales, this is going to bomb. So let's not even worry about sales. Here we go. You guys ready? Here come the critics who are over. Nate Adams. I know, Nate. Sorry, this is not a B. This is definitely not a B. Okay, that's 1 down. David Fear, positive. Rolling Stone, you're out. Chris Wasser, fresh, 3 out of 5. Gone. Pablo Vicala, you're out. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, you're definitely canceled. Barry Hertz, Globe and Mail, a guy who misses on virtually every review. Fresh here, he's gone. There's some squashes. There's some rottens. Good job, guys. Peter Howell, big fail there. Everyone who gave this a positive is done. There's no... Oh, Eric Goldman, that fucking guy. Go watch his channel if you want to be bored. Hey, Eric, how you doing, dork? Yeah, you're a fucking dork, dude. I'm here anytime that you are. You're a fucking dork. And you're terrible at your reviews. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. Guys, I'm not even kidding you. There's no way to spin this. There's no way out of this. You can't say this is good. It's really a shame because listen, Vault, listen. No. You can say it's odd. Vault, I'll bounce you. I'm not going to play this fucking game. In fact, you're bounced. Goodbye, Vault. See you, buddy. I'm done. Say goodbye to Vault, everybody. We're not doing this. We're not doing this shit. This is not a gray area film. This is not a gray area film, Vault. Goodbye. I don't care. We're not doing this shit. It's not subjective. It's not. This is not a good film, you guys. If you think this is good, your taste is shit. I don't care. Go. Goodbye. Hit the road. Let the fucking door hit you on the way out. We're not playing this game. This is terrible. This is not acceptable. And we're not going to play the game where, well, it wasn't for you. Well, you didn't understand it. This is film, okay? Anybody with any common sense, with a brain that has a computing power and an IQ sub ahead of 50 plus. This is terrible. Don't play that. This is subjective shit. Not doing it. That's not how I play. If you don't like it, hit the road. I don't care. I just don't care, man. Not here for you. There's no game to play here. This is garbage. And Bong should be embarrassed. Warner Brothers people should be fired. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable that this film is presented in the way it was. Completely unacceptable. And I just got like the light of God was just shining on me. Let's go back and look at the sales, everybody. Sorry, Vault. We enjoyed you while you were here, but we're not going to play that game. Let me turn down the light. It's like literally I just got turned up to like level 88. You see how bright that is? All of a sudden, we're on the sun. It's worse than Okja. Yeah, I'm sorry, Vault. Sorry, Vault. Actually, I just put him in timeout. We'll see if he's back. By the way, we're only on YouTube tonight, so it's all good. This film's not even worthy of X. That's how I feel about this film. Here are the sales. This is the Grove. And it looks really good because, listen, guys, this is an LA film. This is a New York film. It's Bong, right? Cinephilic. It's Pattinson. It's all that stuff. We have so many film nerds here. So, yeah, that's fine. And listen, we all are film nerds at a level, but I'm talking about pure film nerds. That's all they do. Okay, so this will do well here. It'll do well in New York, the coastal cities, Chicago's, the San Francisco's. It will not do well in Dayton. Won't do well in Dallas. Won't do well in Wichita. Probably not Phoenix, right? It won't do well in, flyover, whatever you want to call it, just anywhere outside of the cinephilic niche weird cities. Anywhere else, it's not going to work. So here, oh, God, yeah, it is. Only God Forgives is a good film. This is not a good film. Now, listen, that was reffing, but still, it's a cool film. There's a lot of things I'd rather watch that film any day than this. Plus, it was tighter. So you see the sales are good, right? If I go back in and we look at another place, let's go to AMC Burbank 930. This is the IMAX. Solid, right? Look at that. Really good. Until they come out, and it's going to get a terrible cinema score, too. I mean, which will back what I'm saying. But isn't everything subjective? It seems weird that you just go away, Vault of the Future. Just leave. Goodbye. Bye. It was nice having you on the stream. Go find someone else who will go along with your, there's always the right. Everyone has the right to say when it's shut up. Shut up. Start your own channel and fucking say it's good. I don't give a shit. Seriously, I don't care. I just don't care. I just have to see it. Well, get ready, Magnus. You're gonna hate it. It's terrible, guys. It's not up for debate. I'm gonna put this thing at $13.5 million. Boy, that's bad. This is a $118 million film. So if we end up at 13.5 opening, the multiple for Lucky gets to 30. 118 to be profitable puts us at around 300 million worldwide. This film, I don't know if it even gets to 100. I mean, I don't even think I see a path for it to get to 100. So they're going to lose their ass. They're losing hundreds of millions, right? Remember, they lost money on Horizon, although they didn't really fund that, but still, they lost money. Warner Brothers lost money on Joker. They've lost so much money lately. You wonder why they're firing people right and left. I mean, they just keep shit-canning people here, but they're not shit-canning the creatives, right? The creatives keep their jobs, and then they lay off 30 people that are underlings. This is the kind of film that you have to call, you got to get rid of all kinds of people. You just got to say goodbye. Goodbye. Let's, real quick, I want to go back because I got a crystal ball correct call. I want to go back. I got to find the tweet I sent a while ago. Give me a second. I got to look here for it. I know Weber looks for his tweets live. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. I called this weeks ago. I mentioned that, and I want you guys to know, God, it's not even here. This is, can I say Twitter search used to be really good, and now it's garbage. It used to be really solid. You could find whatever you're looking for. Now, look, I can't Oh, hold on. I didn't spell Megalopolis right. That helps. But let's see if I can find it if I actually spell it right. Megalopolis. Here it is. Okay. No, there's my review of Megalopolis. 0 out of 10. So, yeah, Megalopolis, worst film ever made. We're close. We're not quite there with this, but we're there. Loved Megalopolis. Where the fuck did I say that? Where did I got to find my tweet. I basically said this was going to be Bong's Megalopolis. And then some clown was like, oh, look, there's the guy who's actually in shape. They were like, oh, look, what does Weber know? Oh, really? I just saw the film. It's terrible. I like to listen, guys, do you think I want to come on here and tell you it's bad? Do you really think that? Do you think I have any interest in coming on a stream and telling you, oh my God, I really want to tell you that this is terrible. I was right. I don't want to be right. I want to be proven wrong. I always do. Every film. I don't care what it is. If I say a film looks bad and I go in, I've turned around and said it's good. Look at Joker 2. I was one of the few people that defended the film. Right? It's very easy to say it was terrible. This is very easy to say it's terrible. Very easy. This film is way easy. I mean, again, the filmmaking's fine. It's not about that. It's not about Bong the director technically. Megalopolis was none of that. That's what I mentioned. I brought it up. Dude, the review's good. The review's solid. I just nailed it. Here's the thing. Everything else about this film is not worthy of being made other than having the idea of Pattinson. You know, there's a shred of an idea here, but you got to change the entire tone. The tone cannot be this farcical, goofy, comical caricature thing. It's got to be dialed in, grounded a little more, even though it's sci-fi, right? It feels like Interstellar, only trying to be a farce. And boy, does that sound good to you? Yeah. Bong is in trouble because, he's got to have the right script. He's made great films beyond Parasite. But the thing is when you look at his filmography, it's a roller coaster. Just still better than this, but that's the issue. I don't want a roller coaster. I want consistency. You say what you want about Tarantino. Tarantino hasn't delivered a film that was unwatchable. I don't think Hateful Eight's great, but still it's better than this. Okay? He just knows he's consistent. And the thing I like about what you love about a Tarantino is he's like, if I don't have the right film, I'm not going to make it. Right? We talk about that so often. If you're not ready, don't do it. I talk about the stream. I was tired after the Oscar season. I'm like, I don't want to do another stream. Tonight, I'm even tired. I'm probably going to cut the stream short very soon because I'm just burnt, especially after watching this movie tonight. You understand, after having Nora win Best Picture and then having to sit through Mickey 17 here tonight, you lose the will to even discuss film. You want to just go, let's talk about anything else, And I think on Sunday night, I'll probably talk more about this week. I found out one of my close friends passed away, and I didn't even know that. I mean, he's close from when I was a kid. I haven't talked to him in years, I'm going to be honest with you. But it's wild. He wasn't old. And those things hit you, and it's like, I've got a lot of stuff going on. And then you really want to escape into a movie, right? And then you sit through this film, and you're like, man, I think I need to call it quits for a while. This has been a bad start to the year, right? Really bad start. We had one or two good films. I think Last Breath was fine, but this has not been a great year so far. And I'm not enthusiastic and confident in what we have going forward. Definitely not confident. You look at a Thunderbolts, you look at what we have coming out this summer. I mean, sure, Mission Impossible will be good, but beyond that, after a Nora wins Best Picture, I can't ever take the Oscars seriously again. And I mean that, right? It's the death of the Oscars. You might as well call the stream that on Sunday night. You can even hear how I'm talking here tonight. I'm starting to lose the will, right? Because I also, back to Vault of the Future. Let's just bring Vault back in here for a second. Call back. We are going to be in trouble if we have someone thinking that this is good. This is how we got into the position we got into over the past several years. We can't allow a narrative to be shaped where Bong is a great director, therefore whatever he makes next is great. That is the world we live in. If you're one of those people who does that says this person is untouchable, I don't care if it's Trump, I don't care if it's Harris, I don't care which side you're on. Everybody is going to have to be graded on now, not past, not future, now. And Bong's grade right now is an F. And we do not grade on a curve. We do not say this person is great because of what they did in the past. Now and only now is what matters. I say so often on the stream. Listen, if you tune in for the first time, and I am a bumbling, stumbling buffoon, which is often, you're going to say this is terrible. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm going to tell you that I understand the emphasis of being on point as best you can when I go live, because these things are one take. I'm not one of these people that cuts 1,000 things, right? This is live. Everything I do live. If I cut a video, it's because it's live. I literally might go over here and do like a 2-minute video. I'll probably just cut what I did because I think it was perfect. It really was good tonight. But here's the reality, is that you are judged now. You're not judged on the past. And too many people, critics for sure, review on past legacy. We don't do that. We're never going to do that. And you cannot trust these people. Do not ever trust them. They are not trustworthy. And it's sad. It really is pathetic. Parasite's one of the best films of the 2000s, if not the single best, along with Tar, along with Social Network, right? You're talking about 3 films that are masterpieces in their own right. And I think that is what makes this film doubly disappointing, right? No one's going to say that you don't go into these movies with the hope that after a Parasite, you're going to get a film from that director that's going to give you, at least take you to some semblance of the area that you were before with Parasite. And here you're not. You're just saying to yourself, why? And that is the most disappointing thing of all. If this were from a director that I'd never heard of, I'd still say it's bad. That doesn't change it, right? Just because that doesn't change it either. The fact that it's coming off of the film on its own merits is not great, okay? But yes, I'm not going to deny the fact that when you see Bong, of course you're going to be a little more excited, just like you see Nolan, right? When you go see The Odyssey. If The Odyssey is terrible, okay, you're going to be super bummed. More bummed than if it's just The Odyssey from fucking Yui Bowl or something, right? So, yes, we carry in expectations into the film. But I'm telling you, nobody is better than once that slate comes. Once I see Warner Brothers, it's over. Everything in the past is over, and all that exists is this moment. I do this thing when I walk into the movie. I mean, call it goofy. I don't care. The movie was goofy tonight. I literally, like, I go like this. Literally, I'll do this, and I almost, like, turn like physically, I go like this. Okay, lock in. Like, it's time to strap in. Strap it. And I say to myself, it's time to be locked in and to give this director as fair a shake as possible. But I'm telling you, within 20, 25 minutes of this film, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. That second act is borderline unwatchable. And at the end, it sort of comes together with some effects that makes it interesting. But overall, the guy who left next to me got it right. That's the way to do it. Just get the fuck out of here, right? It's not it's not that. But, you know, literally buckle up. Let's go. I think you've got to get in the mindset, right? Life's a mindset. I believe that. When I start to stream, it's a mindset. Let's go. Boom. There's no, I'm doing a high wire act here, man. This is live at 7:31 on a Thursday. We're early tonight because I saw the movie early and I want to be done with the stream like soon. I want to go to bed, be done. It's raining here, garbage day, perfect for the film. But I know that I have to be locked in. If I'm not, then we're going to be in trouble, right? Because you have to be laser focused. And right now, frankly, I'm tired. So I'm about ready to run out of energy. So I got through what I need to get through, and we're going to call the stream a day in here in a few minutes. Open comments, and we're going to get out of here. Let's do a couple of open comments here. Let me fire up the thing. You're going to say, well, it's a short stream. It is. It is what it is. We're still at 30 minutes, guys. Come on. I mean, what do you guys want from me? Do you really? Alto Nights is interesting. A few comments before we get out of here tonight. Alto Nights is another Warner Brothers movie. Barry Levinson, as you guys know, De Niro. I have no faith for that. Again, why? Release date. Release date's coming up here in a few weeks. You do not release a De Niro Levinson film anywhere outside the awards window unless it's terrible. It's terrible. 100% it's terrible. Major directors already lost interest in directing Bond. Well, whatever. You know, I saw Oz Perkins talking about Bond. Listen, Oz, let me help you out here. You need to worry about writing a fucking script that's not terrible like The Monkey. Okay, I wouldn't even talk about Bond. Like, you've got way other bigger fish to fry, right? Like, number one, you got to write a script that's good. Long Legs, second half of that film, oh my God, the supernatural doll shit, terrible. And then you have The Monkey. I mean, the fact that Oz Perkins, I'm beginning to think Oz Perkins has one of the biggest egos in this space. I really am. Because listen, guys, here's the deal. I know you guys, Weber has a big ego. So what? It's my channel. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I'm not making a movie, okay? If I was making a movie and it was bad, if I made Mickey 17, I would come on here and actually say it was bad. Not like opening weekend, but a few weeks after, I'd say this is not the film I wanted it to be. I would be like brutally honest. You guys know that. That's who I am. Why would I change all of a sudden? Because I direct film. I would say, you know, like I said about the script that we wrote, it's great. Not because I wrote it. I have nothing to do with that. It, objectively and subjectively felt on the just looking at it from the outside, it's way better than anything else that I've seen recently. That's for sure. Way better. But we'll see what happens. Erick versus Vault Beef. I don't even know whoever Vault. I feel like Vault of the Future is someone that I already blocked, right? There's all these people that I block because I don't have any time. I have no time for people. I don't suffer fools. I can't stand that it's subjective. It's a weird. Then you know what? Go away. You're not going to police how I operate, right? You're not going to tell me how I can talk about the movies. That's not going to happen. I don't even understand this entire mentality. It's very beta, very, let's be honest with each other, left wing, right? Well, maybe you'll hurt someone's feelings. Oh my God. I'm sorry. We're Gen X, motherfuckers. People hurt our feelings all the time. And I'll go to the gym tomorrow and use it. There's like clowns on Twitter. I go, guess what? And this is why when I take my fucking shirt off, I look like a fucking stud and you look like Jabba the fucking Hutt. That's the difference. I use this shit. That's the fucking difference. Do not fuck around. I'm the fucking man because I put in the work. You don't. Don't come after me because you don't put in the work. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. It's a you problem. Do not bring it into my world, baby. Do not do it. And I'll run this channel however I want. And I'm going to run this channel exactly how I'm running. If you don't like it, don't care. If I lose subscribers, do not give a shit. I don't care. That's not... Look, do you see me on here? Oh, everybody give me a super chat. Oh, come on, you guys. Help me out. I need some support. Shut up. I don't fucking care. You like it, you like it. Good. If you don't, too bad. Go away. Don't need you. Never did. Whoever's just doing his thing, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, guys, I do love most of you, but it's still my thing, and I'll do whatever I want, including insult Vault the Future. We'll see if we let him back another time. For now, no. That's going to do it tonight. It's a short stream. I'm losing faith in movies. Mickey 17's really bad. If you decide to see this film, feel free to come in the comments. Tell me what you thought. And I will tell you this. We'll discuss it on Sunday because I guarantee you all see this. You're going to come back on Sunday and go, good God, what were they thinking? Thank you. You'll understand. This ain't subjective, man. Mickey 17's a bad film. Peace out. I'll see you back here Sunday night. We'll have an open comment session. And until then, be safe. And we'll see you back in MMT. Peace.